A morning ritual that transforms your life is not built from perfection, but from the gentle persistence of showing up for yourself, one small moment at a time. And that is the thought for today. Welcome to 7 Good Minutes. I'm Clyde Lee Dennis. Thanks for joining me for what I believe will be 7 of the most enriching minutes of your day. In today's episode of 7 Good Minutes, we talk about building a morning ritual that actually sticks and transforms. Enjoy. You've probably tried to create a morning routine before. Maybe you've read about the perfect morning ritual, meditation, journaling, exercise, healthy breakfast, and felt inspired to transform your mornings. But then life happened. You hit snooze one too many times, or work got busy, or the kids needed attention, and your beautiful morning routine crumbled within a week. You're not alone, and you're not failing. You just need a different approach. By the end of this episode, you'll understand how to create a morning ritual that's so simple, so flexible, and so aligned with who you are, that it becomes as natural as brushing your teeth. Something that sticks not because you force it, but because it genuinely serves you. The problem with most morning routines isn't that they're bad ideas. It's that they're built on someone else's life, someone else's schedule, someone else's values. We see what works for a successful entrepreneur or a wellness guru and try to copy it exactly, forgetting that we have different lives, different challenges, different needs. A morning ritual that sticks isn't about perfection. It's about connection. It's not about doing everything right. It's about doing something meaningful. It's not about having an hour of free time. It's about using whatever time you have to reconnect with yourself and set an intention for your day. The key is to start ridiculously small. I mean embarrassingly small. Instead of planning a 45-minute morning routine, start with something that takes 2 minutes. Instead of committing to meditation, journaling, exercise, and a healthy breakfast, choose one tiny thing that makes you feel more like yourself. This might be taking 3 deep breaths before you get out of bed. It could be writing down one thing you're grateful for while your coffee brews. Maybe it's stepping outside for 30 seconds to feel the morning air on your skin. The specific action matters less than the consistency and the intention behind it. Why start so small? Because your brain loves patterns, and it's much easier to build a new pattern when the barrier to entry is almost non-existent. When your morning ritual is so simple that you can do it even on your worst days, you're much more likely to maintain it. And once it becomes automatic, you can gradually add to it if you want to. The second secret to a morning ritual that sticks is making it flexible rather than rigid. Life is unpredictable. Some mornings you'll wake up late, some mornings the kids will be sick, some mornings you'll just feel off. A rigid routine breaks under this pressure, but a flexible ritual adapts. Instead of saying, I will meditate for 20 minutes every morning at 6 a.m., try, I will take a few moments each morning to connect with myself, whether that's through breathing, gratitude, or simply sitting quietly. The core intention remains the same, but the expression can change based on what your day requires. Your morning ritual should also be personally meaningful. It should connect you with something that matters to you, whether that's peace, gratitude, creativity, strength, or simply the joy of being alive. When your ritual serves a deeper purpose in your life, it becomes something you want to do, rather than something you have to do. Think about what you most need in your mornings. Do you need calm in the midst of chaos? Do you need energy to face a challenging day? Do you need creativity to fuel your work? Do you need connection to combat loneliness? Let this need guide your ritual rather than copying what works for someone else. Maybe you're someone who finds peace in movement, so your ritual might be gentle stretching or dancing to one favorite song. Perhaps you're nourished by words, so your ritual could be reading one page of poetry or writing a few sentences in a journal. If you're energized by connection, your ritual might involve sending a loving text to someone you care about or simply holding your pet for a few moments. The beauty of starting small and staying flexible is that your ritual can evolve with you. What serves you in winter might be different from what you need in summer. What works when you're stressed might be different from what you need when you're feeling good. A living ritual grows and changes rather than becoming a rigid obligation. It's also important to prepare for obstacles without letting them derail you completely. You will oversleep sometimes. You will have mornings when everything goes wrong. You will have days when your ritual feels pointless or forced. This is normal, not failure. The goal isn't perfection, it's persistence. If you miss a day, you simply return to your ritual the next morning without judgment or drama. If your current ritual stops serving you, you adjust it. If life changes and you need something different, you evolve your practice. Consider anchoring your ritual to something you already do consistently. Maybe you always make coffee in the morning. You could use those few minutes while it brews for your ritual. Perhaps you always check your phone. First thing, you could commit to taking 3 deep breaths before you pick it up. By connecting your new ritual to an existing habit, you make it much more likely to stick. Remember that the power of a morning ritual isn't in its complexity or duration. It's in its consistency and intention. A simple 2-minute practice done every day for a year will transform your life more than an elaborate routine you abandon after a week. Your morning ritual is a gift you give yourself, a few moments to remember who you are before the world tells you who you need to be. It's a daily practice of self-care, self-connection, and intentional living. It doesn't need to be perfect, impressive, or Instagram-worthy. It just needs to be yours. Start tomorrow with something so small, it feels almost silly not to do it. Then do it again the next day and the next. Trust that this tiny seed of intention, planted consistently in the soil of your mornings, will grow into something beautiful and sustaining in your life. That does it for today's episode of 7 Good Minutes. Please take a moment to rate and review the show on the platform you're listening on. Until next time, let's be civil to one another out there. Thanks for listening.